My name is Vanessa. I come from the First Nation. Um, and the First Nation is where Line 9, what was mentioned before, starts. But a lot of other pipelines and trains and all kinds of ways of transportation are also in a very small, congested area. So Enbridge's Line 9 is one of many pipelines that is over 35 years old now, and it runs right through Toronto. So part of the problem with Line 9 is that it carries, it was built long ago for a different product. This product was conventional oil. Enbridge is a company that we know puts communities at risk. And that's exactly what many First Nations communities feel here and around the world, which we'll hear later tonight. But the tar sands is putting everyone at risk, not just First Nations communities, but communities of color, of low income, lots of people who live along the line know little about the process of how quickly it's done. And pipelines that are that old and built for a different product, we now know are unsafe for the tar sands. One of the problems with tar sands being so close to so many people is the health effects. And the health effects don't only include the health effects after a pipeline spill, but to make the product flow, but also to extract it and refine it is part of the process that affects my community. So there are higher cancers in my community, and that's obvious that people are sick and people are continuously hurting from the government approving projects to continue to expand in my area. So Enbridge is one of many companies that continues to affect my community. Other companies also include Suncor and Shell, Imperial Oil, all multinational companies that make billions, while Indigenous communities like mine and many others continue to suffer and see frontline effects. So Line 9 actually brings this struggle to everyone's backyard, including those in Alberta, where the tar sands will expand due to pipelines being reversed and to push more tar sands out of this end of Turtle Island. There has been little to no consultation when it comes to the knowledge of Line 9 that First Nations communities know. The company should be more accountable to what is in the pipe, more accountable to the safety of the pipe, but first of all, the knowledge that they're putting us at risk for their profit. And that's a lot of the problem, and it's very basic because it's the same mine format that was set when settlers first came for resources and to build on an endless economy that continues to fail all of us. And not only through our pockets, their pockets, but it's our lungs and our children that are going to be affected most. And it's an endless game that the companies continue to play with First Nations people, and they don't bring the information that they could. And this is why First Nations grassroots organizers have to bring the information to the community members so we can stand up and stop this endless charade that companies and government bring into our communities. And this is what we are doing with specifically Line 9. We continue to slow down the process by continuing to educate, but stop construction work. Many groups in Toronto, Montreal, Guelph, Kitchener-Waterloo, and many other communities continue to meet and discuss how this is affecting us, but how to bring the information to everybody who is affected. And so we are all affected by the tar sands. There are frontline communities that are suffering the effects first, and those are the communities that everyone needs to listen to, because this is a warning, and this is why we need to push so hard to not go by their process of creating more destruction. I don't know how I'm doing for time. I don't know how. Okay, I'll just wrap up then. I can talk for a long time. And so in Amjanong, I'll speak more specifically to my community, has a 39% miscarriage rate for a community of 800 people, and 800 people doesn't include 800 women. That's like men and women. These facts about our health effects are not a secret. The Ministry of the Environment, our government, the companies are well aware of the effects of bringing so much industry into environments, and how it is killing the Indigenous people slowly, and it's genocide. And we are working on bringing more information from the land, because the land is clearly sick, and the land will speak for itself, how it is being affected by industry, and to promote a safe and healthy environment for everybody.